Hi, my name is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
And I have gluten intolerance.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
When did you realize you had a problem with consuming gluten?
So, I've had bad stomach problems kind of all my life, but I never really correlated them to anything. And then I went abroad to Italy, studied in Italy, and my stomach hurt literally the entire time I was there. And I just thought, I have a shitty stomach.
I am so sorry.
No problem about that. And then my grandma from Hong Kong came and she cooked all of our meals for a month. And all I ate was rice. That was my main source of carb. So I never really had gluten and my stomach didn't hurt at all. And then one night I had penne with vodka sauce. And the next morning I thought I had to go to the hospital.
Oh, no.
So that, yeah.
And what kind of reaction do you get when you eat gluten foods?
The same that would, I won't go into the nitty gritty, but
Yeah.
the same that would happen to someone with lactose intolerance.
Let me just make it to the bathroom before I lose my bowels all over myself.
How much did your gluten intolerance impact your lifestyle?
I mean, like I'll have a sandwich, and if the bread's not really like delicious, I'll take the top bun off of the bread, but like I'll still eat a sandwich. And if the bread's good, I'll still eat the bread. I just don't really eat pasta or like ramen, but that doesn't get in the way all that much as I expected. But I mostly eat rice and potatoes, so it doesn't really impact me all that much. I still drink beer, it's fine.
What changes did you make to your diet to deal with your gluten intolerance?
Well, if you were listening, I just eat rice and potatoes, like that's my main source of carb, and then cut out bread when I really need to, but like I can have 2 slices of pizza and be like not feeling terrible, but I'd certainly feel a little bit worse than if I didn't eat the pizza at all,
What advice would you give to someone who is having a similar issue?
Test to see if you actually have it. So not like a physical test, like a lab, like draw blood test. Although you probably should if you think you have celiac. But I ate a whole bunch of pasta after having not eaten pasta, and then I felt my stomach hurt. So that's how I knew. But if I just still continued and did the same thing I was doing previously, I would probably have no idea that I have gluten intolerance. So you have to do like they do for lactose intolerance, like drink 2 glasses of milk, and if you feel like shit, you have lactose intolerance. Like, science isn't perfect.
Do you ever go to the doctor and told them about your problems?
So my mom doesn't believe in gastroenterology. Like she's just like, because she went through the same thing because she also has gluten intolerance, and she's like, honestly, they're not going to tell you anything differently. Like they're just going to say cut out the gluten. Like they're not going to, unless they think you have celiac, which they know you don't. They're not going to test you.
So, is there anything else you would like to say to Dr. Etzel, Dr. Ambizas, or just literally anything you want to say to make our video a little longer? Our presentation has to be like an hour long.
An hour long? I should do like a stand-up special. I could tell you about the time that I realized I was Asian for the first time when I was in. So I went to an all-white elementary school and high school, but this is elementary school. And for Halloween, I really wanted to be Harry Potter because Harry Potter.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
It's cool stuff. And then I put on the costume in Party City, and I was like, this looks really weird. Like, why don't I look like Harry Potter? Like, I feel like if any of my friends did this, they'd look like Harry Potter. And then I didn't obviously make the correlation like, oh, I look different, that's why. But I did, now. So now, that's the first time I guess I realized I was different.
I'm glad you realized you were Asian at some point.
Yeah, it's hard growing up in a household where both your parents speak only English and your mom is white to really realize that something is different about you.
Thank you so much for doing the interview with us.
Glad to do it.
That was great.
Glad to do it.
Yes, that was very enlightening.
Thanks for the support.
I don't even think she knows what gluten is. I don't. Do you?
No.
Does anybody?